What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. The petty untold story. So in the thumbnail is Fred Hampton Jr., I believe. Fred Hampton's son, the Black Panther activist. They had made a movie about him last year. Jesus and the Black Messiah. Judas and the Black Messiah, I'm sorry. And what you're seeing is him at his dad's grave, and the tombstone gets shot up every year. And here's the thing that people seem not to talk about, where racially these things happen all the time. You know, I remember they had a story of when Malcolm X died, and it was time to bury him. The actual team of, the undertakers, not the undertakers, but the guy whose job it is to put the dirt on you, to shovel the dirt. Well, you can say undertaker. Because Malcolm X was who Malcolm X was, and these guys were white people, they just walked off. So the guys who were there, some were celebrities, some were other civil rights activists. They had to take off their suits on a rainy day when the dirt became muddy, and with their bare hands, put the dirt on top of Malcolm, lay him in the ground and put the dirt on top of him. So you took the person's mourning, you're so petty that you destroyed people who was able to bury their loved one and their friends. And, that happened, I think his wife and daughters, they just told him to go, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but the same thing happened with what was the young brother who got killed in Ferguson? I was about to say George Floyd, but they defaced that. He had a memorial, they defaced that. Mike Brown, that he had a memorial, they defaced that. And it always happens over and over and over again. And you got to understand, when people talk about respect, it's kind of weird that, and if you don't know this, Fred Hampton Jr. never met his father. He was pregnant when his mother was pregnant with him when his father got murdered by the police. And if you don't know the story, they put the gun to her belly, as they say, they'll shoot the baby, and these are good American citizens, right? Good people. So that's over 40 years ago. So imagine, 40 plus years later, you have people who weren't even alive, basically, still going to a man's grave that they don't know, but they wind up, let me disrespect this dead man's grave and let me shoot at it. Yeah, we're shooting at his grave. So now you got to get it redone year after year after year after year. So these are the type of people who expect respect. And then when you attack people like this, all of a sudden people play their victim card. So the petty disrespect is just always cowardly and covert, because this is something that's always done in the midnight hours, or in weird times, or by people who want to hide behind whatever position that they have and sit there and lie and manipulate their way in and out of a situation. These are the people who kill somebody and then sing about it and go celebrate with their friends, on get-togethers on Memorial Day and Independence Day, and yeah, we killed him. There are numerous people in law enforcement and the military who can tell you they've walked past a room of non-black people celebrating setting a black person up or killing a black person on the job because it made them feel special, or destroying somebody's home, or, oh yeah, we went in there and we shot the baby. Yeah. You know, plenty of lawyers who threw the case and got somebody, an exorbitant amount of time, or threw the case and got somebody that was guilty completely off. You know what I mean? So these type of things happen all the time, and it's petty, but it's normal. And when people go, that's not reality. Yes, it is. Absolutely, it is. All the guys who get exonerated by DNA evidence, or the judge or the lawyer already knew they threw out certain materials, didn't bring certain materials to court, or the families of people who got their land stolen from them, who the family came together. That's right, we stole it. We're rich. This is family secret. It's family business. And these people walk out in public and meet the family, and are living off of the actual property and work and legacy of people that they know, and they're sitting there trying to tell another person to pull themselves up by their bootstraps when their whole family stole another whole family's legacy. And then I don't know what you're talking about. Speaking of that, I was Chael Sonnen, the fighter. He was talking about the incident with Mayweather, and I want to say Jake Paul. I think it's Jake or Logan Paul, when they had the exhibition, and now he's suing Floyd Mayweather for money. And he said, and it was the logic was interesting, because he said, here's the thing: if you do a job, you're supposed to get paid for it. You're a slimy individual if basically somebody does a job and you don't pay them for it. And I'm thinking, well, I get exactly what you're saying. I definitely agree, but unfortunately, as a white guy, if somebody says, yeah, that's kind of what the thing about reparations is about, then it's, well, you were never a slave, and those people never got paid, and but then, like Sergeant Willie Pete would say about, now the opioid epidemic's hitting, now people want reparations for opioids. You got us high, you need to pay us money. What? Interesting. The government did this and they did us wrong. You need to pay us money. Oh, okay. So, the bipolar logic always, and the pettiness have always went hand in hand. One hand of lying washes the hand of manipulation. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.